Ready, start. As per the existing rule, the date of birth recorded in his service book at the time of entry into the government service shall be deemed to be the correct date of birth or age, as the case may be, for all purposes, and no application or representation shall be entertained for correction of such date or age in any circumstances whatsoever. Full stop. The amended rule of 1980 was deemed to have come into force with effect from 28/5/1974, and as per the substituted rule, the date of birth or the age recorded in the service book at the time of entry into the government service shall be deemed to be the correct date of birth or age, as the case may be, for all purposes, and that no application or representation shall be entertained for correction of date of birth or age in any circumstances whatsoever. Full stop. The respondent has given his date of birth as 37/1941 at the time of entry into service, which has also been recorded in the service records of the respondent. Full stop. The above amended rule, which come into force with effect from 28/5/1974, stipulates that no application or representation shall be entertained for correction of such date or age in any circumstances whatsoever, and that the date of birth or age recorded in the service book at the time of his entry into government service shall be deemed to be his correct date of birth or age, as the case may be, for all purposes. Full stop. In view of the above rule, we hold that the correct date of birth of the respondent is only 37/1941, and the claim now made by the respondent to correct his date of birth from 37/1941 to 16/10/1945 cannot at all be entertained or encouraged. Full stop. This court finds that the Honorable Supreme Court, in its judgment rendered in the case of UP Madhyamik Shiksha Parishad (Supra), has considered the Rule 2 of the Uttar Pradesh Recruitment to Service determination of date of birth rules, 1974, and has held that Rule 2 of the rules of 1974 was amended in the year 1980, and under the amended rules, the date of birth recorded in the high school certificate at the time of entry into the government service, or if the government servant at the time of entry into service has not passed out high school examination, then the date of birth entered in the service book at the time of entry in service shall be final, and no application for correction of date of birth whatsoever shall be considered. Full stop. This court finds that the legislature of the state of UP has deliberately amended the Rule 2 of the rules of 1974 on 7/6/1980, and thereby has provided that the date of birth of a government servant as recorded in the high school certificate at the time of his entry into the government service shall be final for the purposes of service benefits, and no application for change of the said date of birth shall be entertained. full stop.